Welcome back to the Manc Entrepreneur YouTube channel, and in today's episode, I'm so glad to be sharing with you Terapeak. Now, one of my, in fact, if not one of the, perhaps the most viewed video on my channel today at the time of recording is a video I recorded back in January, and I think it was titled something, Has eBay Killed Terapeak? And if you haven't seen it, you can check the link up here. That you can go and see what actually happened there. And the main reason for that was Terapeak had to announce that they could no longer do competitor research, which was a huge feature that Terapeak had for years. One of the main reasons a lot of people used the Terapeak product. And sadly, eBay had changed the rules and I basically stopped Terapeak from sharing that level of data. And at the time, I was sort of saying, that this is this could be potentially very dangerous for Terapeak. It was a lot. I'd seen myself, like a large portion of online sellers saying that they were going to stop using Terapeak because they mainly used it for competitor research. Well, I've never been happier to say, because I love Terapeak. Like I've back even 8 years ago, and 9 years ago, and I was involved with selling online consumer electronics. I'd had calls with the guys at Terapeak over in Canada, and to mark that, I've got the Blue Jays jersey on right now. Canadian company, and I've always, even through these past sort of 10 months, 9 months, I've always been rooting for them to pull something out of the bag. Now, for anyone who hasn't heard of Terapeak before, it's an online service, an online product which allows you to, in pretty much real time, moment by moment, access what actual data, what actual shoppers and what sellers are doing on the eBay platform. They are a big data company. Again, they've been around for years, 10 plus years, maybe even longer, but I've certainly known about them for at least 8. And I actually did some research, and they actually analyzed more than 4.6 billion transactions with a value of over $84 billion in consumer spending annually. Huge. That's the amount of data that these guys are processing. And they get this data directly from eBay. So you know that the data is accurate, it is in real time, and it's right. It's coming straight from eBay. So again, competitor research was a bit of a stab into the heart of Terapeak, but as you're going to find out in a minute, you can still do competitor research on Terapeak, and I'm going to show you that. In fact, Terapeak are going to show you that. I've got a really handy video about how you actually do that. But to give you an idea, with Black Friday coming up and Christmas coming up, it's perhaps never been a better time to utilize a Terapeak as a software. So it allows you to find hot selling products and variations which are selling well on the platform. You can see demand as well, which is what basically people are looking for. What are the top searches? You can find out which markets are perhaps best for your product range. Would it be US, UK, etc.? It's a fantastic tool. And Terapeak reached out to me a couple of months ago, and they'd seen the video that I did. And when they said that, I was like, oh, damn it. They're going to tell me off if I said something really bad. But they actually were really nice and said that out of all the videos, mine was the one which was the most fair about what had happened. And apparently, if you haven't seen that video, I suggest you go and check it out. I was pretty accurate with what I guessed was the situation. I'm not going to say any more because, like I said, not my business. I can't give you exact information about what went on, but I've been told that my guesses were quite accurate. So Terapeak appreciated what I did and reached out to me and said, this is what we've been working on. We'd love to show you it. And as soon as they showed me, I was like, I need to cover this. I need to share this with you because this is the sort of tools which I would want as a seller, the tools that I would use as a seller, the tools which I did use when I was a seller. Terapeak they are the market leader when it comes to eBay, data. So that is what I'm going to share with you today. Now, where do we go from here? I guess we just get stuck straight in. I guess the other thing that I want to mention is, as of right now, like you're seeing this on Friday, the 15th of September. I've heard that until the 20th of September, so you got 4 or 5 days on this, that there is a 60% promotion on Terapeak. They're not singing about it. They're not shouting about it. It is automatically added when you purchase an annual subscription. So if you go to the Terapeak website and you watch this video and you like what you see and you think this will be useful for your business, which I'm sure you will, if you head over to either terapeak.com or .co.uk and purchase an annual subscription, although it doesn't say it, you are actually getting it 60% cheaper than what is the normal price. You've only got 4 or 5 days to make the most of that. And like I said, over the next 15, 20 minutes, I'm hoping that I'll show you why that could be a very good investment on your part. With that said, I do have some special links for you as well, but I'll mention those at the end. They are down below. They are affiliate links. So, of course, if you found this video useful, want to support the channel, if you click that, I will get a little bit of a kickback for sending you to Terapeak. But like I said, I would not be making this video if I did not like the Terapeak product. Like I said, they're not paying me to do this. I do have an affiliate link, but anyone can get hold of an affiliate link largely. So and like I said, I am an ex-Terapeak user, and if I was still selling online to a large degree, I would still be a Terapeak user. So with that said, let us get stuck straight in. There's the screen share. There it is. Over we go. Okay, so here we are. Now, for the sake of this video, I'm going to be using the .co.uk version. Main reason for that, I think my account might actually be set up in a .com version, but I'm going to be showcasing the .co.uk version. I'm from the UK. It feels better for me. Anyway, so here we are. We're on the Terapeak website here, the .co.uk. In fact, I'll show you the .com as well, just for ease. Wow, that's gone well. Terapeak.com. As you can see, oh, jumped a bit there. Very, very similar. In fact, if we go to the homepage, terapeak.co.uk, terapeak.com. In fact, Terapeak.com actually say there, last chance at our current yearly plans to save 60% off for a limited time. Also worth mentioning, you do get a free week's trial, which is fantastic. That's exactly what you would want. And yeah, that's well, you can't say fairer than that, really. So again, this is again, .co.uk.com. Whether the sale is only on .com, I don't know. Maybe it is only .com. So with that said, if we go to, so these are the channels. They do have a Shopify integration now, which is very exciting. Expand your Shopify business with Terapeak. As you now know, if you're in the US, you can actually get, you can actually sell on eBay through Shopify. They have an integration. Yeah, but you can actually get eBay sales predictions for your Shopify inventory. You can find out what products you should be buying and advertising on your Shopify store, utilizing the eBay audience as a marker for that. So again, fair play there. Benefits, find opportunities, increase profits, get found, as in rank higher. They actually have a very cool SEO tool, and you can also measure performance. If you're a bit of an analytics nerd like me, pretty graphs and all that sort of stuff, do turn me on in a very weird business way. So again, they have all that as well. They have a blog, testimonials, all that sort of stuff. Now, if we scroll down, okay, in fact, we'll show you this, because actually my account on here, I'll explain a little bit more. I don't sell on eBay as a proper seller, but these are the type of graphs that you'll have access to. Fantastic breakdowns and all that sort of stuff. But let's stop waffling. Plans and pricing. As you can see, we're not breaking the bank here. We're £13 a month, £10 a month, or £3 a month just for the SEO tool. And if you want the 3-year data add-on, so this gives you access it's over 3 years worth of product research data or 3 years worth of your sales history. And you can also do research on year trends. If you find that useful, then that is a very cool add-on. There's a reason that that's priced like that. That is a hell of a lot of data that they're having to process and give you access to. So if you don't need 3 years worth of data, that's fine. The normal standard one, you'll get access to a year's worth of data. But if you need to go back further, the 3-year add-on is a nice touch. And yeah, like I said, Alibaba, eBay, PayPal, Shopify, they are also, and I hope they don't mind me saying this, I was told this, they are working on a Walmart beta. It isn't available just yet for mass market, but I believe they are working on a Walmart marketplace tool. Again, showing the diversity of Terapeak as a platform. Now, like we said, we can get rid of that. And if we jump in, we're signed into my account right now. So this is my dashboard. As you can see, it's not very exciting. It's not very pretty. Yours would look a lot better. The thing is, I have hundreds, if not thousands of people I could request their eBay ID to showcase this for you. But then some of their competition might see it. You're obviously seeing a lot of business data here, and I wouldn't feel right asking them to showcase that on my YouTube channel. So Also You is an account that myself and Matt have set up about 4 years ago, and we used it for testing purposes when recording content and working on Magento and other bits and pieces. So this is our thing. Obviously, our seller accounts, Also You. You can add in additional eBay accounts, Amazon account, Shopify account, all from here. And it's super straightforward. All you need is the token from eBay or the permissions from Amazon, and something very similar from Shopify, which I've never done before. Very simple to do. And then it all appears here in your dashboard. So this would show you inventory. You'd be able to search your keywords, your IDs, your price ranges. You see your transactions, any trends. Like I said, on mine right now, it's very boring. All we can say is available from the 8th of December. Oh, no, is this American? So is that the 12th of August to the 11th of September? 42 people have seen our listings. That's probably a test listing that me and Matt have had up, and it's had a lot of impressions apparently in the past month. So this is the dashboard. This is what you see. You can change the date ranges up here. Like I said, you can go back a year. Oh, actually, mine does have the 3-year add-on because I'm special like that. And obviously, if you had other marketplaces, you'd be able to drop down eBay only, Amazon only, and all that stuff. But as I have no filters, I've only got the one eBay shop. That's what I've got. Now, onto the tools. This is the more exciting bit. So let's start with research. In fact, yeah, should we start with research? Let's go to product research. Now, there was actually a thing before. How to? So actually, this is a very good point. So if you ever get stuck, they do have this fantastic page here where it shows you all about the different blog things and see how many sell a product. They actually have videos and you can walk through it. It will actually do this fantastic tooltip. Does it by what me? Type here. So if I type here, does this move it on? Tires. It does. Okay, that's very cool, but I've had enough of that. So yeah, like I say, if you ever get stuck, they have a load of how-to videos right here, which is very, very useful. Fair play to them there. Now, there was a thing I was looking for. Sales predictions. Okay, so that's now moved into my sales. So that's, again, go to your dashboard now. Again, it's very hard for me to show you this because I don't obviously have any data to show you, but that works fantastically well. I saw it on a demo, and again, you'll probably find a video up here. Now, the one thing that I really wanted to make a point of, and I'm going to do it now so I don't forget about it, competitor research. Now, this was the big thing that I mentioned back in January that may have killed Terapeak. Thankfully, it didn't, and now I'm going to let Terapeak show you how you can now do competitor research. It has changed slightly. But yeah, let's let Terapeak show you.
This is RJ from Terapeak headquarters. Competitive research is back. In product research, type in your keywords to find your group of listings. Make sure to check the date range and filter your category breadcrumbs so you filter out any unwanted listings. Now that that's done, make sure you have the Group by Listings button selected. This will show you the top performing listings for your search criteria. It will also show you the seller name for each of those top performing listings. If you want to find out more, click on the listing title and it will take you right to the active listing on eBay. We also provide you with the list of top performing sellers under the Seller tab. Each of these has an obfuscated seller ID next to it. Finally, we have our new tab called Inventory Ideas. Here you can see successful closed listings that the top sellers have sold in the last 30 days. That's all for now, Terapeakers. Happy researching.
So as we can see, you can still access the competitor research. You can still find out who your big competitors are. You may not be able to do the, get really nitty gritty as easily as you could previously, but you can still find out exactly who your competitors are and do some analytics on their listings. So again, very cool tool. So with that said, let's go to product research 2. Now, I'm not going to show you that. Let's think of a random, I typed tires in a minute ago, not randomly. Think Dave, a random product, power bank. I think that's what you call them. Search. So what we found, I'm now researching products which I might want to think about selling on eBay. So we can see that there are 2,368 sellers. We've seen nearly 26,000 items sold, an average price of $14, shipping price around, so 90% are doing free, and the average shipping for cost is $5, and the total sales, $355,561. So that gives you a very nice overhead as to what is going on here. Now, what we can see here is the transactions which have taken place. Now, as you can see, now I believe with Terapeak, there is, I think, a 2 or 3 day lead time. Like, I'm recording this right now on the 14th, and we're seeing the latest dates from the 11th. So this makes, so these are all of the transactions for power banks which have taken place over the last few days. We can view 20 per page, and we can scroll to different pages here at the bottom. So it all works fantastically well. Trends. This shows us how popular power banks are. Now, again, they're not exactly, I imagine these are the types of products which will be in season all season. They're not a seasonal product, and this graph only goes back a week, but it's showing us that is pretty much the case. Items sold remaining pretty steady. Now, sellers, this is the interesting one. So if you wanted to see who the main sort of sellers are for these products, and it looks like there's one here. Obviously, they have obfuscated IDs. We can see the first and the last name. Anonymous data sellers who have sold this product. This person is killing it in power banks. They've sold $33,000 worth of sales, and average shipping, so I'm guessing they're doing free shipping largely. Average item price around $14, but they sold 2,342 of them. And the top 10 sellers have the market share of 27%. So these two already, these two stick out, 871, 200. I mean, this guy's way ahead. So what we can do, so we've got P and S and H and D. So if we go to transactions, P and S, and H and D. So what we can actually do is if we click this, oh, would you look at that? It actually takes us to the listing. And as part of the listing, we now have access to over 1,000 sold. There's his eBay ID, Power News. And from there, we can now obviously go to his shop and find out a little bit more about who he is and what's he selling. He's obviously jumped on the fidget spinner bandwagon, but he sells power banks. That seems to be a large part of what he does. So you can actually do your competitor. And let's, if we go a step further, so jump back here. And this is not a great listing. Obviously, it's got a broken banner at the top. The description's nice, got a nice layout, easy to use. All the details, nice and simple. But how's this item specifics? Item specifics are decent. But I mean, that description is, I mean, who uses these anymore? Not even sure. No categories. But I mean, obviously, he's having to play by the active content rules, which he's doing. But that image is a bit of a fail, makes it look broken. But as you can see, he's doing very well. 100% buyer satisfaction. 575 watching. So there you go. We can, and then H&D was the next biggest one. Happy 365D. He's using variations, so no wonder he's got ones which are absolutely killing it. 724 sold. Item locations actually in Belgium, which is interesting. And if we scroll down again, he's not as many item specifics. Is this his shop? Oh, this again. We got ties for every. This doesn't make any sense. It's been designed by Push Auction LLC. So we now actually know that he is using something called Push Auction. Now this link will is this on the .com? It is. I'm pretty sure that link is not allowed anymore. Okay, so it's a although it's based in Belgium, it looks obviously like a Chinese website. Oh no, it's auto-corrected back to English. Push Auction. So again, this is if you were to find the best eBay cross promotion tool ever, and that must be why all this is going on in his listings. He's just trying to sell you other things that he sells. But as we've seen now, so this competitor research goes a step further. We can find out who our main competitors are in an industry, but also what software they're using. Again, incredibly useful tool. So that's a good example there of how product research works. We can do some research, to find out exactly, what, and like I said, but that was .com. We could do to .co.uk. Obviously going to be a much smaller market. We are a much smaller marketplace, but saying that, still $205,000 worth of people here. Sellers, let's have a look, see who the big sellers are here. So it's N space Z, who's nearly double. Yeah, the next guy, $11,000 worth of sales. So let's see if we can find an N space Z. We can, the first one. Let's have a look. Navibuzz, based in Glasgow. So again, we can now see this is the winning listing. This is what, if we were going to start selling power banks, this is who we're competing with. Check that out for a number. 10,450 sold. That is going to be pretty cemented to the top of a search result, I reckon. Good images there. Good item specifics. Again, not a great listing. I mean, it's ugly. It's not pretty. Good. Has he pulled all the images in? I'm doing a lot of scrolling to find the features. Yeah, there they are. Payment, shipping. It's not a great listing, but as we can see, although it's based in Glasgow, it's the business seller information is from Guangzhou in China. So again, this is and not a great review there. Good review, not a great review. Obviously, top critical review. But as we can see, so this is giving us all the information about who the top competitors are in this marketplace. Navibuzz in the UK, and those other guys who I've forgotten in the US. Shall we have a look at Australia? 587. So again, smaller market still, 118,000 sellers. So two are pretty close here. 159, but making less because his average item price is lower. So we've got SZ and SA. There's SA. Let's see if we can find an SZ. SZ. There we go. So, this item is out of stock. Okay. But he has sold 902 of them. Again, Australia do this graffiti image thing. They do it a lot. I don't know. It seems to be a thing over there. Not great item specifics. Description's not bad. It's a little bit more laid out than the others that we'd seen previously. Good reviews. And the leading guy who sold more, yeah, 45. His are still in stock. He sold 940, so he's winning. Soul Breads. Doesn't post to the UK. Don't worry, mate. Don't you worry. And this is a nicer looking, much nicer looking layout here. So is again, item specifics there. Anchor authorized retailer. Oh, so is it made by? It is made by Anchor. That's probably why it's a little bit more expensive. Anchor are a world-renowned brand. And store by Rainstorm Studio. So now, and again, this is good because he's obviously taken the links out. But I can now know Rainstorm Studio is who I need to look at if I want a nice, pretty listing like this. And this is the power of product research. Is that, and this is now we're getting into. I'm showing you how to do competitor research through product research. So again, you could. There's nothing stopping you from searching for. Excuse me. Through your product. Like I said, you could do a search for. You could do a search for your products that you sell on the marketplace that you sell, and see who your main competitors are. So yeah, product research 2.0, super cool, super useful. You can also do save searches as well. Obviously, I can't really demonstrate that, but you can actually save your searches on product research too. They will be saved in here, which allows you to quickly jump in, and rather than have to keep redoing searches, it remembers what you looked for and it saves you time. Anything that product research 2 is the best one. Hot research. And the one thing as well, which I'll say, and again, this is looking at other competitors of Terapeak. Terapeak is by far the fastest. As you can see, it is fast. You know, how quickly it loaded those, you know, there was $300,000 worth of transactions there. It loaded within a second. And that's because they now use Amazon AWS and something that's called Elasticsearch, which apparently results in 40 times faster results. And you can see it, you know, it is pretty much instantaneous. Now, hot research, this is a fun one. This actually shows you what some of the hottest selling products are right now. So again, we're on .com. Cell phones accessories is hot with a 90% success rate. I mean, you can obviously alter these as well. So you can search by like what is hottest, you know, what is the hottest product right now. Or we can go super hot. Yeah, so we've got archery, apparently. A lot of outdoor gear, archery, so Nox, fire starters for camping, some automation devices, arrows. Archery is really up there, you know, which is quite surprising. It's quite a weird one, archery. I don't know why why would that be doing so well? Let's do category, and this will then take you through to category research, which again, you can also access from here. Yeah. So as you can see here, sporting goods, archery, Nox, total listings, average end price. You know, it's curious. Let's have a look at eBay categories and subcategories. It is unusual, and this is a thing. Like, as you can see, Terapeak it's a fantastic tool, and you have to be careful not to just get sucked in to doing so much research that you don't actually take any action. You spend all of your time researching things rather than actually implementing these things into your business. But that's how much data they actually give you. It is incredible. Yeah, so obviously this one took a little bit longer, but as you can see now, we're actually seeing the listings which are coming in. And again, these, I mean, I don't know anything about archery, but we can now see the listings which are obviously performing well in order to make this a hot product. And then if we click them, it takes us over to the listing on eBay. Obviously, this was an auction. It had been, again, coming from China. Are these like LED light arrow Nox? Yeah, so again, we can actually, you can delve deep and see the actual product which we're looking at. Now, quickly moving on, we're going to have a look at source. Now, this is a new one. This is actually this is where that Alibaba partnership came in. You saw it on the homepage. I don't think I've got it still open. Oh yeah, there you go, alibaba.com. Everyone's wondering why the Alibaba thing comes in. Sourcing products. So again, this is another headache for a lot of sellers. So I might have just looked at that and gone, I see a huge opportunity in power banks where I am. I think that's a space in power banks. So I'm going to search Alibaba for power banks to see how easily I can get my hands on one and what the different options are there. And this is it, currently displaying listings found on the wholesale alibaba.com. So you can actually look at the different sourcing options available to you for power banks. Now, if you saw before, I think the average selling price was $14. There's definitely some margin. I mean, especially with this one, $2.90. That one must be a bit special up at $14. But if you're, $3, there's definitely some room to be made here on power banks. Again, you might have to look at the import and the freight forwarding and the shipping and everything else. And I'm sure, as we've seen, power banks are an incredibly competitive industry. But as you can see, this is how you can now Arrow, was it not spelled like that? I can't remember. It was. We can now look at, if we thought that arrow knocks are something that we wanted to look into, lighted arrow knocks, $7. 30 cents for colorful arrow knocks, LED for hunting arrow shafts. So again, Terapeak can now help you source products, which again that is one of the questions which I got asked. One of the most common questions I get asked is, how do I source products? Terapeak is now helping you do that. Onto SEO. Now this is, I'm just going to grab a drink here as well while this loads. But Terapeak is helping you now with your keyword research. And as we've seen before, again, I've on other videos on this channel, I've talked about how some sellers are just really lazy when it comes to. In fact, let's do a live example. So let's go to ebay.co. In fact, we should probably go to .com because we're doing terapeak.com. So arrow knocks. Scrolly. This one looks cool. So 50 pack of owning blazer pin arrow knocks, choice of knock color. Now I can already see a blatant, obvious lack of words there. Now, so what Terapeak's actually doing is giving you examples. So obviously it's doing quantity. There's no mention of length in there. And whilst it says choice of colors, it's not mentioning colors. The one word that I'd put in there is archery. There's no word for archery, hunting, anything like that. There's some definite anomalies there. So that's quite a, let's have a look. If we look, let's have a look. 6-pound log splitting maul axe. Oh, to be fair, that's quite a good title. But if we just put that in, if that's all that we could come up with, let's get rid of that. Type that in. Axes, weight, mauls, fiberglass. So again, we can sort of add these in. Mauls, 2.7 kilo, and we can start building out our eBay title here, and then we can copy it directly to the clipboard and paste it straight into eBay. So again, fantastic. And we can even change the eBay site. So we could go to thenative.co.uk, see what's going on there. Probably not much. Yeah, so again, wood, these, and now it's pulling Google keywords. So the best keywords according to Google's PageRank search. Chopper, again, is probably an English term. Wood, fiberglass, splitter, 3-year, if it's got a warranty. And there you go. So it's helping you build out, it shows you the characters, build out your categories, your titles, which is what a lot of people could do a lot of help with. So SEO research, fantastic tool as well. Now, let's go to sales predictions. Now this is the one that's moved. So sales predictions moved to active inventory tab on your My Sales dashboard. See sales predictions and categories, averages for inventory items, measure benchmark your inventory items against competing listings, and save. You can, so I'm not sure this will work with something I don't have any products in. Probably won't, will it? Active inventory. Search by keywords. I might. Oh no, this is only going to pick up. We used to do dresses. I don't think we'll have any dress. No. So again, this will trends. No, obviously. So this is obviously pulling in just sales that we have done. But what this will actually do, so what sales predictions do, is it will give you an idea of what sort of sales you should be expecting if you were to then start selling them on Shopify or on other channels. It will give you a very good idea as to what sort of traction your product should get. So again, very, very cool idea from Terapeak here. But by far the main thing is product research too, and the sort of new competitor research that you can do off the back of that. So again, it's great. I love it. I love what they've done here. This is, and like I said, 2.0 is brand new. Save searches is obviously a nice feature. The SEO is new. The source is new. Terapeak have been busy. Terapeak have been busy building out tools which they know are going to help sellers. And, you know, for me, I think it's a massive hat tip. You know, again, I'm just thinking of random products now whilst still talking to you. So again, look how quick that was. Pocket watch, $400,000 worth of total sales on this. It's, you know, it is what it is. You can now access all this data, and like I said, that's $400,000 worth of sales over a week. So let's have a look at the whole of August. Apply. Nearly $2 million worth of sales for a pocket watch. It's incredible when you think about it. It's again, it's something which again not a lot of people would think about. Let's have a look who the top sellers are. I love this. I could do this all day. It really would. So this guy is obviously selling antique stuff because he's done 42 grand with an average selling price of 2,500, and he's only sold 17. Let's have a look at some of the more volume sellers. 296, 114. So we've got R, O, and HS. RO we might not find because obviously he's not doing great numbers. He's only doing 17. But as you can see, this is how you would go about it. Let's have a look at trends of pocket watches. Are they making a comeback? Wow, it's quite over the month of August. Are these weekend spikes maybe? Is this what this is? But again, it's fascinating to have this data to hand and to load so quickly is incredible. Let's go for a mega watch. The month of August, and again, look how quickly that's loaded. 2.4 million sales. With what sort of transactions we're looking at here? So there's parts and accessories, sellers. Again, this will be a dedicated watch seller selling an average price of, oh, geez, this guy sold one Omega watch for 30 grand. So again, if you're into your sort of antique watches and stuff, this is where you'll find out who the main sellers are in your area, or certainly the parts suppliers. That obviously is going to be a huge market as well. Guys, that's it. That's what I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you Terapeak. And in fact, let me turn the old screen off. There you go. Terapeak is alive. It's alive and well. They've survived the competitor research knock back in January, and they've now shown you how you can still utilize competitor research. Yeah, it's not as full as it once was, but you can still do it with a little bit of ingenuity, a little bit of sneakiness. You can find out exactly who your main competitors are, what sort of products they're selling, and then you can go straight to the listing, see how many they've sold, what the prices are, and everything else. So visit the shop, see what you can still do competitor research with Terapeak, and I think that is one of the main things. But then you just look at how fast product research is, how fast the keyword tool is, how fast you can now save your searches. I just can't believe how fast you are accessing all of this data. And to be able to go back a year standard, and then if you have the 3-year add-on, it's incredible. So Terapeak, like I said, I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. I was a customer. If I was still selling any volume online, I would still be a customer. As an analytics guy, I loved what Terapeak allowed me to do. And these new tools which they've been working on, and they are working on more. Like I said, as I mentioned earlier, I maybe gave one away, which I shouldn't have. It's a great product, and hat tip to the guys at Terapeak for really pulling this out the bag. I think they've built some fantastic products, some fantastic tools, which I know are going to help you over these next few weeks and certainly months on the run up to Black Friday and Christmas. So with that said, if you are interested in Terapeak, like I said, if you're watching this on the Friday when it goes live on the 15th of September, you have about a 4 or 5 day period where you can actually access Terapeak for 60% off if you buy the annual subscription. 60% is a huge saving, and as you've seen, like, this could bring a lot of value to your business, take away a lot of guesswork, and really improve your listings. So if you're interested, underneath this video, click show more on my description. You will see there's 2 links going to be there. There's going to be one for .com and one for .co.uk. They're affiliate links. Like I said, if you sign up, if you want to get involved with Terapeak and try it, if you sign up, I get a small kickback in order for the referral. But in all honesty, I would be making this video without affiliate links and everything else. I think it is a genuinely good product, which a genuinely good software product, which will make a difference to your business. So there we go. If you are interested, links are below. Check them out. If you've got any comments or questions about the product, about Terapeak, let me know in the comments. I may have the answers. If I don't, I will go and find them for you. I assure you. The guys at Terapeak are fantastic. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this. If you've enjoyed this video and you've enjoyed what Terapeak have built, hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new. There's new content every single weekday. Thank you to you for watching this, and thank you to Terapeak again for reaching out and saying, look at what we've done. Judge us on what we've done after the January kickback on competitor research. And guys, I am impressed. Well done. You deserve all the success in the world. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Have a fantastic rest of your Friday. Have a fantastic weekend, and I'll be back with you as always on Monday. I'll see you then.